Okay, this is the project that is in Module 4. So you go to your learning modules and then go to Module 4, and we want our requirements and rubric. Okay, now you will need a new sample for this one because it says a sample of 50. Module 2 and Module 2, Module 2 and Module 3 used a sample of 30. So we'll have to get a new sample. So we'll download our spreadsheet, okay, which I already did. Okay, so here is all of the data. Okay, so we need to do our random number thing again, okay, which I've already put that in G. We'll just show you how to do it again. Okay, we'll just do it again right here. Okay, so you would be using what you have in right here. Okay, you type the equal, RAND, open parentheses, enter. Okay, then you want to fill all the way down. Okay, you want to highlight all the way down. Okay, and on your home button of Excel, you have this fill down. Okay, it looks like this box with the arrow down. We want to fill down. Okay, now while you already have it highlighted, you can sort smallest to largest. You want to expand the selection because you want to keep each row the same. Okay, what we're doing is we're just randomizing the order that the rows come. Okay, because each row is a house. Sort. Okay, row 1 means we've got a house in the Northeast in New York, Fulton County, 379,900 list price, which is $193 per square foot, 1,965 square feet. Okay, and this is just a random number. So now we want to take 50 of these. Okay, so you want to highlight 50. Okay. You can cut and paste or copy and paste. And you want to copy and paste it into a new spreadsheet. Okay, now we're using the same variables, so I am going to delete column A. Okay, I need list price. I do not need column B. I do need square feet, and I no longer need my random variable. Okay. Let me enlarge this one more set. Okay, now the order that these are is not correct. Okay, so I'm going to highlight my square feet. This is list price. Okay, things in the 100,000s are your list price. So I'm going to edit, cut, and I'm going to put it in C. Edit, paste. Okay, they're in the right order now. Now you can leave that blank thing of A if you want to. It doesn't matter. If you just want to delete it, that's fine. Okay, but you must have square feet, numbers that are like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 in column A. It has to be in this order. The second column has to be numbers that are like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 for the scatter plot to be right. Okay, let's go to the directions. Okay, the write-up stuff we'll do when I pull up the template. Okay, so let me just see what we need to do in Excel. Okay, I need to make a scatter plot. So I'm going to highlight my row of 50, highlight both columns, insert, recommended charts, scatter plot is what this is. Okay. My chart title is square feet versus list price. Okay, you don't have to type it exactly like that. We do need a couple things. We need to add our titles. Okay, down here, this is square feet. Click too many things. Or maybe I'm just not patient. Here we go. Square feet. Okay, let's see. I need to continue adding these chart elements. Okay, just double click in there. This is list price. Okay, we need a couple more things. Okay, we're going to, I'm just looking at the directions. Okay, we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Add chart elements, trend line, linear. Okay. Now, in that add chart elements, I need more trend line options. Okay, we need to display the equation in the chart, display R squared. Okay, now screenshot this, okay, and then crop it, like just crop around it or use a snipping tool. Okay, now we have to make what's called 2 histograms. Okay, so we're going to make 1 histogram. So what you need to do is highlight square feet only, square feet only. Okay, insert, recommended charts. Okay, you may have something that says all charts, but this is what a histogram looks like. You don't need the one with the line. Okay, it's basically like a bar graph. Okay, let me just put it on over here and stretch it. Okay, what is a histogram? A histogram is a bar graph. The height of the bar represents how many. Okay, how many things are in the categories. All right, perfect. So, what is our chart title for this one? This is square feet. Okay, this is just square feet. Okay. For the horizontal axis, these numbers down here represent square feet. Okay, now do you see how there's a range? We got a number, comma, a number. What does this mean? Okay, this means, okay, if you hover over the top of that, it'll tell you what the value is. Okay, so the height of this bar is 26. What does that mean? There are 26 houses whose square feet fall within this range. Okay, so for our vertical axis, you can call that frequency or counts. Okay, what that means is we're counting how many houses have a square feet within each range. This is called a histogram. Okay. Now we need to do the same thing for list price. So we need to highlight just our list price values. You know what? I'm going to start at the bottom so that my histogram will be up at the top here. Okay. You'll want to screenshot these, like snip them, or what I do sometimes is do a print screen and then go into Paint and use the cropping tool there. Okay, so we want to insert recommended charts. This, we need to do our same things. Okay, now I want you to notice something with these numbers down here. All right, I want you to pretend like I am an employee and you are my boss and you ask me to do some charts, okay, to make a presentation. And I come to you with this chart right here. Okay, let's look at the bottom. That's not very informative, is it? There's no title. You can't even see the full ranges here. This is 145, 100 to what? Okay. There we go. All right, so if you stretch it out, we can see all the numbers. Okay. Pretend like you're turning this into your boss. Okay, it needs to be professional looking. Okay, so what do we have here? List price. And our vertical axis is frequencies again. Oop. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're counting how many houses fall with each range. Okay, so let's put list price down there on our horizontal axis. Apologize for my typing. Okay, so list prices. What does this first box mean? Okay, if you hover it over, it says 12. 12 houses fall between 145, 100 and 255, 100. Okay, so stretch that box out so you can see these numbers. Okay, label everything so that it's informative. Okay, so that you can understand what it means. Okay. Okay, so we've done all the work in Excel. What do we need now? Okay, now I'm looking for my template. Okay, if it asks you to compare, remember you compare to the national values there. Okay, so I want my template. This is where you're going to put your answers. Remember, we're going to delete all the brackets. Okay, we're going to fill in anything in the brackets. Okay, that's fine. I'm not actually turning this in. Okay, describe the report. We're trying to see the relationships. Okay, you can leave these headers, but please delete the instructions. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's make this look professional. Okay, remember we're turning this into our boss. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the bold, and we're going to talk about how we're making, we're doing the relationships between square feet and list price. Okay. All right, describe the report. When is linear regression most appropriate? Okay, if our scatter plot looks like a line. Okay, and also when we're looking for, scatter plot looks like a line and we're looking for a relationship between two variables. Okay, you would expect it to look like a line. Okay, what's a predictor variable and what is a response variable? X equals square feet, Y equals list price. Square feet is the predictor, which means how big a house is affects its list price. Okay. The response variable is Y, price, and price depends on square feet. Okay. It doesn't just depend on square feet, but we're just using in the real world. Obviously, the condition of the house, location also affects all that, but we're looking at just two variables. Okay. All right, our data collection. We did our sample. Okay. Describe how you found your sample. Okay. Also, remember, include how it was made random. Okay, remember we're using the random function in Excel and then sorting. Okay, write those up in full sentences. Okay, your predictor and response variables we did up here. Okay, so you can just copy that. Okay, our scatter plot. So okay, what you want to do is you want to enter your screenshot, insert screenshot of just the scatter plot. Okay, make sure it's all good and labeled. Okay. Oops, sorry. Insert your histogram. Okay. So what do we want to do there? Insert your screenshot of square feet, and then insert list price. Okay, and appropriate labels. Make sure you have your square feet and all that, and frequency. Okay, that's what the labels are. Okay, summary statistics. I didn't read very well here, so let's look. I should say I didn't read ahead. Okay, So to get our summary statistics, okay, you should already have the data analysis tool on there from what we did in which one? Week 2. Okay, so if you don't have data analysis, you can go back to the week 2 video on how to get that. Data analysis, descriptive statistics. Okay, you can do it in a new worksheet, which just means it'll be one of these tabs down here. So, okay. And there is your mean, median, mode, and all that other stuff, okay? You can insert this, or you can just summarize it. You can just type it up, like you can do a table, square feet, and so forth. Okay, our summary statistics, just do like a table, square feet, list price, mean equals, do like this, mean equals, median equals, and standard deviation equals. Okay, remember, use equals, not a dash. Okay, interpret the center, spread, shape, and any unusual characteristics. Okay, so when you look at your histogram, you are looking for if it's skewed or if it is normally distributed. Okay. You can talk about where most of the data lies, okay, which means the biggest bar graphs. Okay. Compare mean, median, standard deviation to the national values. Okay. Okay. Now, you're just going to reinsert your same scatter plot. Okay. Discuss associations. All right, we need to find R. Okay. R equals the square root of R squared, which is on the scatter plot. So you'll take that square root. Okay, remember the line goes up, so it's positive correlation. Okay, remember 0 to 0.4 is okay, mild or weak. 0.4 to 0.8 is moderate, and above 0.8 is strong correlation. Okay. We talked about outliers before, anything that is outside the general pattern. Okay, it might be outside the general pattern because of condition, location. Okay, or you might just have a few houses that are way bigger than most of the rest of them. Okay, if you remove outliers, what impact does that have on your model? Okay, it usually makes it a stronger association when you remove those outliers. Okay, calculate R. All right, we just talked about that. Okay, how the R compares to what you notice in the scatter plot. Okay. the bigger an R value, the closer the dots are to the line. Okay, so let's say you had moderate correlation. Okay, you might see, them scattered out. If you had strong, they'd be really close together. Okay, all right, the line of best fit. Write the equation. Okay, that's your y equals mx plus b. That's from the scatter plot. Interpret the equation. Remember, it should be in the form mx plus b. M is the slope, and that is the increase in price with an increase of 1 square foot. Okay. All right, now you're definitely not going to be writing these short things with no full words, okay? I'm just doing this so the video's not longer, okay, just to make the video a little shorter. Write out everything in complete sentences, okay? Write out these full words. I am just trying to go a little quicker, okay? So M is the slope, so write down what the slope is. A slope equals. Do the same thing with the intercept, equals. The intercept is price when x equals 0. Okay, that means no square feet. Okay, the strength of the equation, okay, that is your r squared value. You change it to a percent. Okay, we did this in Module 2. We're doing the same thing. And it is the percent of change in price due to change in square feet. Okay. Basically, this means how much of the price is determined by just square feet. It would be like applicable. Okay, we did that. Make predictions. Okay, so if you had y equals 104 point, let me take that off bold. If you have y equals 104x plus 20,000, okay, use the decimals in yours. I'm just, like I said, trying to be fast. If your house is 1,500 square feet, you would plug in 1,500. And that would be that. It's probably closer to 200,000. Okay, so you would multiply 104 times 1,500 and add. Okay, and what would that mean? A 1,500 square foot house would list at whatever value you get. Okay, so what should you put in conclusions? Remember, you're writing this up to your boss, so we want to put it in terms of something that makes sense, okay? Like, talk about the association. Was it strong? Okay. Summarize what you found with the histograms. Okay. And did you see results expected, or was anything different? What changes could support different results? Okay. Any different sample will have different results. Okay, so write that up in a nice sentence. Provide at least one question that would be interesting for follow-up research. Okay, so something that would be a real-world application of this. Okay. All right, and that will be your summary. What are some things that we want to remember in terms of submission? Submit as a Word document, no pages, no PDFs. Okay, remember that turn it in checks. Okay, turn it in examines all other submissions, everything on Course Hero, everything else, Chegg, any paper that's out there, it has it in its database. Okay, all answers need to be on the Word doc. Okay, please erase all brackets and instructions. Remember, you're giving this to your boss. It needs to look professional. Okay, and thank you for watching.